Okay. That go live message is fine. That's not correct. Means YouTube doesn't think I'm live yet. Okay, YouTube understands I'm live now. No, I'm not made for children. Fuck them kids. Twitch, I have to wait. They're gonna make me wait the 60 seconds before I am allowed to hit this goddamn manual ad break to turn my goddamn pre-roll ads off. Hello, Tift, Entario, Baron Von Boot, Troper, and Grave Robber. Boss, I'll be real, I'm ready for today to be over. Then congratulations, Troper. Day's over. It's a new day. A happy day. Where you are a perky princess. Hell yeah. What's up, Stormblast, Riffledupes? Hello, Virus. Let me open up. Hello, Ambiance on YouTube as well. And hello, Javier. Can you tell that to my boss, LMAO? Zenorum, I can. I can't promise they'll listen. Sub-minute club just like my love life. You'll get there, Peter, dude. Lil Lemon, that is Jonathan T. Maldhammer from Point and Laugh. Dragon Edition, is it all Dragon decks today? Dungeon Masters Consortium, I'm so glad you asked. It is technically, because we are doing a makeup roast, or I believe we're doing a makeup roast, for Drivetrain, who was supposed to go on Saturday, but my jaw pain caught up with me and we could not do their roast Saturday. So their makeup day is supposed to be today. I believe they have a dragon deck. Can't wait for Taco Drama. It's Total Drama Tuesday, Rose Night, you obstreperous bitch. Will we be getting a guest for the Final Fantasy spoiler reviews? We will not be getting a guest for tomorrow's Total Drama Tuesday, mainly because... Oh, hold on. Okay, we reset the mic, and I think one of my like little key lights was making a noise as well, so I turned that off, and now we're good. Anyway, guests tomorrow for Total Drama Tuesdays. We are not having a guest tomorrow, in part because tomorrow is going to be the precon reviews. The precon reviews are something that I want to work to improve as a solo act. I do not want to be taking up the same space as the professor. As far as I know, the professor typically talks about if it's worth it to buy a precon deck, and I don't want to horn in on that space, but I do want to work on, you know, like, do these precon decks fuck? Can these precon decks get it? Are they worth having? Whether or not you purchase them or just proxy them and playtest them or play them in Moxfield on like the OBS spell table thing again. So all that is to say, no guest for tomorrow. When we do a set review, or I will, we're not going to do an official poll. The only feedback I will accept for this is probably like 07s in chat. Something I thought of doing with set releases is, before I even say it, because I know the idea is good, I want to write down specifically what I want to do with it. What's up, Sudsball? And I see you, Drivetrain. So it would be doing like... So doing a tier list of commanders that came out with each set, and having the tiers be, this is a commander you immediately build around and the deck probably kicks, or this is a commander you immediately build around, this deck is probably awful, or this is a legendary creature that you should not build around, but it should probably go in the 99 of your current favorite commander deck. Then there's, why the fuck is this a legendary creature? And then wood, I think, is just, that probably wouldn't even be a tier, and that's a nod to the can they get it stuff. And so I'm thinking of, because one thing I've been considering is I cannot roast commanders quickly enough to keep up with how often they put commanders out. And so I think there's room for the one-off commander roasts when I have really good jokes. And then one of the pieces of content that I put out with each set is a tier list of all the legendaries in terms of how much they fuck or do not fuck. Would we like that? Would we not like that? I will interpret silence as we would not like that. And I will interpret any type of positive affirmation as we would like that. And this would be a thing that we bring guests in for. So it's not just my opinions. It is me and insert personality argue over, is this commander cool? Is this commander uncool? Can you do stuff with this commander, or is this a commander that like looks cool? We would keep doing individual roasts in Tario. This is just kind of a way to keep up with the nonstop flood of legendary creatures that comes out. Because even if I did, because I'm still going to roast them in short form. But even if I did one commander a day, I would not keep up with the rate at which WotC publishes new commanders. And also, there's some commanders where there's like so little to talk about. I haven't roasted too many of those. But I've seen some in this set where it's just like, I don't know, bro is there in every Boros equipment deck, but there is no unique flavor to them. And so I think these would be, like, catching these in why is bro legendary or chronic 99er, I think would be useful, independent of whether or not the content's good. Legacy, yeah, some are legendary for non-commander format reasons. However, some of these I don't think balance and standard is the reason. Like for Final Fantasy in particular, I think that set, the spoilers I have seen, there's a lot of heat in Final Fantasy. There's a lot of guys who are legendary because they have a name in the series. Yeah, Peta dude, we can... We can also summarize that in like dog does in fact have a name. Where, on that note, do you think it would be good to have a set with little to no legendaries? I think it would be good to kind of like ebb and flow. I think it's difficult. It's difficult to have a set with little to no legendaries unless WotC publicly admits that they have given up on the story. And I do not think WotC will publicly admit that for quite a long time. Any opinions on Kefka as a commander for CEDH? So Marco, broadly, I'm going to hold off on Final Fantasy spoiler talk until tomorrow. I will talk about this one because I saw the funniest fucking Reddit post of my life about Kefka as a CEDH commander the other day. So what happened, right? I see this post in the competitive EDH Discord. It's them talking about Kefka. They say, guys, I think Kefka really has legs. I won't spoil the entire card. All I'll say is it's a Grixis commander that can cause group discard, draw you cards, and it does some other fucked up stuff. And they said, I really think this could be how discard gets its legs in CEDH. you go card positive, and discard's normally bad because you're going net card negative to the table. But this, you hit everybody, you get to draw. The rest of the stuff Kefka does is great. I really think this could have legs and see some serious play. They spread that over 2 to 3 paragraphs of glazing for Kefka. I see that this post has many, many comments. Before I can even get to these comments, at the bottom of the post I see edit. Guys, I get it. Kefka won't be topping any tournaments. You don't have to be so mean. CEDH is more than just what makes the top 4 of any given tournament meta. And there's room for people to brew with fringe and interesting commanders, and that's all I was saying. And I thought that was the funniest shit ever, and I think that probably summarizes Kefka and CEDH. I didn't even read the comments at that point. I was like, okay, you got cooked instantly, and walked it back. All right, so we're going to hit this manual ad break, and then Drivetrain is getting roasted. So I'll see all of you non-subs in just a few minutes. Please be patient. We're doing this so that you don't get interrupted during the real content. Mald, can you close the stream? I have double tests tomorrow. No, Depend. In fact, just for you, I'm going to be doing all the Final Fantasy spoilers in the middle of your tests tomorrow. Storming, I do agree that CEDH could use some more diversity of thought. I think what gets CEDH players the most confused is when a CEDH player attempts to determine if a card is viable or not. That's the word they all love to fucking throw around. Is this card viable in CEDH? And fucking half of them, when they talk about viable, they mean, could this win tournaments consistently and with different pilots? And half of them, when they say viable, they're like, could I win a round of Swiss? Which are so fucking far apart. That's so hilariously far apart, and yet people are using viable to cover both situations. I've had people talk to me about CEDH decks they thought were viable, and when I press them on it, I find out they mean, oh yeah, I think you could go like 1-0-3 in Swiss, and that's what I mean by viable. You won a game. I'm like, okay, a lot of decks can do that if they get lucky. And then some people are like, oh, by viable I mean you regularly convert to top 16 or top 4, and you have a fair number of wins, and it's more than just one person who is a savant about this particular deck. Which is just a criminally large range of performance. And so like it's crazy to me that CEDH players in general can be so ridiculously pedantic and not come up with at least one other word to describe if deck good other than viable. It's just like, it's just amazeballs. I don't know, I don't get it. There's something about, oh, hold on, D-Man. If I paid you $500, would you close the stream? Okay. Let me think about that. Because, like, nuts hanging, my streams do not make $500. I don't know how much money y'all think I make. I know that we tried to talk about it before, and somebody told me that Twitch TOS, I like can't give out the specifics of payments or I will get in trouble. But like, let's talk about it for a moment, because we do it with the instant deck roasting to like hijack the stream, but my streams don't come close to making $500 on average, unless it's a deck roasting stream with like a lot of decks lined up. So if it was like a variety stream, I think yeah. If we were doing a Darkest Dungeon stream, I think probably yeah. If you paid me $500 on the spot to shut the camera off, I'm gonna do that shit. And then I'm gonna go film other content, right? I like doing this. You all appear to like when I do this. We got a good thing going here. That said, I got bits. I can do a commander roast. I can do a skit. I can make something happen. But the caveat to that is that we have people I have sold my time to. And so you are not only buying out me shutting the camera off, you are buying out Drivetrain now doesn't get to have their deck roasted today. Right? And so then it becomes how much would it have to be? Would I have to pay or refund the people being roasted? And how much how much am I willing to damage consumer confidence in the name of profiting slightly more that day? I think the answer to that is 0 to extremely little. Like, I can't, especially because we already have to play so fast and loose with how I reschedule stuff with my chronic pain. If I was able to do a ton of roasts a day, and I was really good with the scheduling, I think I would be more willing to do a bit like this. But I think because my scheduling process looks a lot like a monkey throwing shit at a wall that has a calendar on it, and I so often have to close streams early or skip streams entirely because I'm having nerve pain, I don't think there's room for me to damage consumer confidence any further for the bag. But I will speak into existence. $500 is the price on a variety stream. I realize, D-Man, you're not going to do it. But we'll put that out into the world for if anybody thinks that would be quite funny. $500. We're doing a Darkest Dungeon stream right now, or a Final Fantasy stream if that's the next variety arc. If we're doing variety content, $500. No questions asked. I will cut the cameras off. Also, Starry-Eyed Nightwing, thank you for the 3 months in a row at tier 1, my friend. I beat my friend's ass at chess twice, then virtually kissed him goodnight. Life is good. That sounds like a good day. Alec Man, thank you for the 3 months in a row with Prime. Enjoy the Jeffrey Dollars Funny Man. Also, if you missed it earlier, is there a Maldhammer update? I don't have a good one. I think I'm going to have to find a solo thing I can do that will work as the Maldhammer update, because me and Kenobi just keep missing each other. We just keep fucking up this phone tag shit. Is $500 also the amount of money to get a commander roasted in a short? No, there is no realistic amount of money to get to jump the line in the commander short roastings, because too many people have spent too long commenting on these videos for me to subvert it with money at this point. Sudsball, please email me the updated info. It's not spam. I'm sorry I didn't reply the first time. Zor's truly, I'm willing to blow my saved up rant points just to say it's not worth it. It sets a bad precedent. Okay. That is also fair, because there's a big element to rolling the snowball. Boss, I can't decide between playing Skyrim or starting some research work that I need to finish by the end of the month. Please decide for me. Lemon, do your fucking work. How much money do you think it would cost to have you review a custom card? Abot, thankfully, that is a thing that already exists. During variety streams, we have a channel point redeem for me to review your custom card, although it can't have AI art on it. Now, the amount of money it would cost for me to do a roast of a custom card, because again, the custom card reviews we do on stream, sometimes they are funny, but it is not like I am sitting down and writing a bunch of jokes and doing a whole bit about this. I think the difficulty with it is it presses on the same position of I won't accept any reasonable amount of money to roast a different commander like ahead of schedule, because if I because it begins to corrupt the process. DMC, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Boss, have you looked into playing Claire Obscura Expedition 33? Everyone in the game has that shit on and the game rules. I have and I want to, but I'm going to hold us to finishing Darkest Dungeon first. I might be willing to allow us to... I may be willing to allow us to go to Expedition 33 in between Darkest Dungeons 1 and 2, but we're not going to interrupt the Darkest Dungeon arc to go to Expedition 33 first. Play Spearhead with Z. Yeah, maybe that's how we do it. That could be good, like a good on-demand way to satisfy that, and then we could have sub goals again. I do also, again, Drivetrain, we're going to continue kicking this can. It's only been 22 minutes. We can kick the can down the road a little bit more. So what Starry-Eyed Nightwing is saying might financially be worth it, but like, how much are you willing to betray your fan base for money? In my mind, this comes down to what people are watching me for. Because typically when I've asked, and typically when I see people engaging with my content, there are people who really enjoy the streams, and I appreciate all of you very much. However, I'm pretty confident that 95% of the people who have ever come to a stream have come to a stream because they saw one of my shorts they liked, or they saw one of the long forms and they were like, oh, I like that. I'd quite like to see where that came from. And then they came to the stream and they liked it enough that they stayed. And so when we talk about how much is it worth it for, I cut off the stream, nobody gets to see the Mald stream that day, net enjoyment in the world goes down. If I pocket that $500 and use the time that I was on stream and I film a short, if you give someone the power to shut off stream for $500, there's a real risk that some rich meme lord will decide to just never let you stream because they think it's hilarious to sap everyone else's enjoyment. So that bumps into two things. That bumps into, we already covered that it would only be allowed during variety streams. So they wouldn't be allowed to stop the deck roasting streams because, as I said, I'm not going to allow them to corrupt consumer I'm not going to allow them to fuck with things other people have bought. It also wouldn't mess with the like set reviews. It wouldn't mess with the tier listing stuff. It would mess with it would mess with Darkest Dungeon content. And I'm not confident that the joy the Darkest Dungeon content puts into the world is greater than the joy that would be put into the world if I just filmed a different piece of content. Like, this is not the main thing. I think it'd be different if I was primarily a streamer. If most of the stuff I was putting out into the world was I go on stream, I do something, and then shorts get cut from shorts get cut from the stream, long forms get cut from the stream, and that is how I am doing everything I'm doing in the world, that would be a lot different. Most of the joy I seem to create in the world comes from the stuff I'm doing when I'm not streaming. Right. I'm not streaming because it makes me so much money. I'm streaming because I really like streaming. You're right. It's the here's $500, go make a short, LOL. And I kind of think like, and what I'm talking about doesn't make me more attracted to the premise of it, but I think it is worth considering. It would be, we do like 1 to 1.5 variety streams a week. If the end result was I make additional money, you all get additional content that isn't streamed, and then we don't get the stream like, I think it again would be different if I did variety streams a lot, but I stream like 20 hours a week and like 3 is variety. Yes, Ginger, and this is something I talk about a lot. Any minute that I spend streaming is more optimally spent on other content. So that's not something. Hold on. DMC, thank you for the 100 bits, my friend. I don't think chat realizes that eliminating the variety streams for $500 means the boss clears 2 to 4K a month and will not happen with any kind of consistency. That is also very true. We're considering like what would happen if variety streams were canceled forever, and the answer is I would make variety skits. That's what I did before the magic stuff. That's what I still do occasionally. So I think it is a We're definitely in the territory of this thing sucks and is also never going to happen. So let's make it cost more than the fun thing, because the instant deck roast is $500 and introduces joy to the world. This would be some amount of money and removes net joy from the world. Then Sir Mithrael hit me with that rant redeem, my friend. Hey Maul, just wanted to say you've helped me take my deck building from boring, generic, good stuff to actually fun theme stuff. Can't wait to try to get a deck roast next month. Hell yeah, dog. The only 124, thank you for the Twitch follow, my friend. Welcome to the doghouse. I'm kind of feeling... I think it's 1,000 the first time. And it gets more expensive with... Okay. Here's the pricing schedule I'm imagining for this made-up situation that is not going to happen ever. Um, it will be 1,000 the first time in a month that you want to do it. It will be $2,000 the second time in a month that you want to do it. It will be $4,000 the third time in a month that you want to do it. So it will start at 1,000 and it will double every time somebody wants to do it within the same month. And I think that makes it either such that like maybe one time a month stream gets canceled, calendar month, Aurelian. One time a month stream gets canceled, and for it to happen, so for somebody to cancel, because typically we get one guaranteed Darkest Dungeon stream a week. So for somebody to cancel all of those, it would be $15,000 a month. And it would still not cancel, because sometimes we do magic streams and then we convert to Darkest Dungeon after the fact. That would not cover canceling any of those either. Slight Coyote, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Also with the rich dickhead theory, not to be rude, but I feel like your stream isn't big enough that those people wouldn't get more enjoyment fucking with a bigger streamer. Very true. I am not, and that's why we're doing the double, and that's why I'm like, oh, one, this isn't going to happen. Two, it's never going to happen multiple times. Maybe we will get one very rich person passing through who does it once, and then it's just, we just refer to it as the incident and we laugh about it and move on. But I am, frankly, not popular enough for anybody to be dropping $15K to cancel a quarter of my streams. DMC, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Mald starts making $180,000 a month to not play Darkest Dungeon is the best possible outcome. And then Sir Mithra, you talked about ranting about a Veyron deck. No, I cannot. We have done, Veyron has been roasted as a commander, so if you want to hear me yap about Veyron, I will direct you to either my YouTube channel or my TikTok channel, where I have yelled about that motherfucker. If we're ranting about a specific Veyron deck, that's going to begin crossing over into deck roasting territory, which is a ridiculously expensive thing that we also offer, but will not be the subject of a channel point rant. All right, then student loans. Yes, I think we can rant about student loans. What can... Ooh. I believe my most instinctual reaction when I hear the word student loans is the immediate thought that there are many, many school administrators who should be launched directly into the sun in the exact same context and tunneled into like medical insurance adjusters. I am inclined to agree with the sentiment that student loan financial aid for people to go get higher education, or not even financial aid for people to go get higher education, making it financially reasonable for people to get higher education is a good thing any country should do if they want their country to thrive. I also believe that, very similar to how our medical system works, once we began introducing student loans, we saw the price of education shoot into the goddamn stratosphere for a bunch of goddamn reasons. And I think one of those reasons is administrative bloat. How true that is, I don't know. I'm well read in general. I'm not incredibly well read on the administrative practices of colleges, but I do know that at minimum the correlation exists. And I think rather than providing loans to people to allow them to go to school, we should be more on the train of providing free public universities. Because again, I feel uncomfortable getting too heated about this because it's something I know that I am not knowledgeable enough about to do the like pirate software thing of being like, well, you guys, this is what the truth of the thing is, and if you don't get that, you just kind of don't get it, man. Like, when I worked at Blizzard, you just learn this is how things go. So I know that I'm not knowledgeable enough to say this with a lot of bass in my voice, but I do agree with what Soulstorming is saying. Student loans are like insurance. Providers realized they could make up a funny number and it would be paid. Once we began having a lot of government subsidized student loans, we had a lot of colleges who were like, oh, now the price can be literally whatever because you can get a student loan to do it. I am very much of the belief that we should either be forgiving student loans or student loans should be interest free. Do you know what the interest on a student loan should be? It should be the fact that we now have a smarter person in our country making things or doing things that matter to us. That is the fucking interest. That is the value add of the loan. You gave them money, you got that exact amount of money back, and now you have a smart person with a job in your country doing something useful. End of transaction. So I think the minimum thing I will take a stand about is student loans should either be zero interest loans or incredibly, incredibly low interest loans. What's up, Jacket Bot? Welcome to the stream, my friend. The only 124. Please hit me with that personal question while we do Starry-Eyed Nightwing's random smasher pass. Hopefully Scryfall works today. Random card. Big no. Big no. Head's crazy, but not the way I like it. See, Candlemaster, I also agree, which is so the sentiment for Twitch viewers, because this is a YouTube person. The problem with lowering barriers to student loans is that it ends up raising tuition costs in the long term. I do agree with that, which is why the thing I am not yet knowledgeable enough to propose a true solution around is having more free education. But how we get there... I'm a chemical engineer, dog. Ask me about fucking benzene or something. I don't know. What's your favorite personal deck? You don't talk about your own decks as much as a certain elk I know. My favorite personal deck is... I think I have to open up Chrome to pull it, actually. Because my Mox field is logged in on Chrome. Rar Viper, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. This is currently my favorite personal deck. I think I might have made some additional edits since then. But the deck is, yeah, I do think with the advent of the bracket system, I cut enough tutors to make it technically bracket 3 because I think that's the one it slides into. But it is a spooky deck that seeks to copy Niv Mizzet as many times as possible. And the big shit the deck can do is make a fuckload of non-legendary copies of Niv Mizzet. The commander is the worst Niv Mizzet, but this Niv Mizzet is a draw engine that gives me every color. And the way the deck functions is by having a bunch of just mana dorks, and also 2-color pair mana dorks because they will trigger Niv Mizzet Guild Pack's combat damage trigger. So like worst case scenario of this deck is I play Niv Mizzet, this Niv Mizzet hits people, I get to draw cards, and I clone him. Best case scenario, I get a different Niv Mizzet, probably Perrin, and I clone them a lot. If shit is hitting the fan and nothing is working, because I have 44 creatures in the deck, I play Lurking Predators. This is often not the main thing the deck wants to do because a lot of the clones that I have, or a lot of things that I have, are creature-based interaction that I want to be able to hold back. So if I commit to the Lurking Predators plan, it's not a good thing to rush to because then my interaction gets fucked up pretty quickly. So the main game plan is always do this, Niv Mizzet all over everybody, play spooky, and it's been able to hang relatively well in bracket 3. It definitely couldn't keep up in bracket 4, and being able to clone Niv Mizzet Perrin is way too fucking good for bracket 2. So it slides in pretty well. Mowdy Games, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Whitebread, we're going to refund that rant in the interest of getting to Drivetrain's deck roast in a reasonable time. Boss, I'm going to keep it a buck. Every single card I see from the precon is nothing but dopamine hit after dopamine hit, and my joy and excitement for this is only going to be matched by my sadness and how much I'm going to have to proxy because of cost. The it's so over, we're so back gauge keeps swinging like a metronome. Yeah, so we haven't covered them, but I have looked at a lot of Final Fantasy spoilers. This is one of the sets for me that make me really feel the effects of power creep. Really feel the effects of power creep in the sense of we're not getting a lot of CEDH staples. Maybe we get some, but a lot of these cards I don't think are changing the game at the highest level of play. It feels like every other card I see is a new bracket 2 staple. Like the standard for what dinky casual magic is being moved decidedly by this set. And those are the types of things that are tough for me because it's like, you know, the water's rising and we are in an enclosed room and the water level keeps rising with sets like this where play patterns are just getting compressed. And I feel like there's gonna be more and more decks that can't be bracket 1 because they want to be like good, and then there's just a ton of Final Fantasy cards that you probably should have. But I think for like the right, all of the theme, or not all the theme cards, God, I won't say all, but there's a ton of shit that's just so good. Jay Arlington, thank you for the raid, my friend. I appreciate that so much. We're looking at my Niv Mizzet deck and talking about Final Fantasy stuff before we roast a viewer's deck. But thank you so much for that raid. Let me hit you with the shout out. And then White Bread. So it's not bracket 3 jail. I don't think. Let me pull this up. So it is not that everything in this set is pushing you into 3. It's 2 is better now. Even if they begin disentangling like the average modern precon language from 2, like what is expected out of 2s is going to be forever slightly different than it was before this set. Like, whew. And in some ways that's a good thing because like the cards are cool, but in some ways it's a bad thing because it begins to erase, or it begins to like widen the gap between 1 and 2. And then I won't get into too many individual examples right now because we have all of tomorrow for that. I redeemed a personal question earlier. What's your favorite part about benzene? My favorite part about benzene is that it allowed me to get the highest score on my OChem final. I can't even remember what I knew about benzene, but I know that it was relevant to the final question of my OChem final, sophomore year of college, and that made me feel good. Massive. Indeed, this is massive for the benzene fandom. Okay, Drivetrain. Are you ready? Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D Master. I am aware they've been revealed. We're talking about them tomorrow. Stay now and also come back then. Excellent. Drivetrain is here. If anybody from our friend Jay Arlington is still watching and you've not been to one of these streams before, my supporters will send in their commander deck. They send in a deck list, a primer, and a power rating. The power rating we accept is silly, spooky, scary. This is a scale originally developed by my friend Danny Phantom EXE. It is a measure of how ominous your deck's turns are to somebody who knows Magic the Gathering and is paying attention to what you're doing. The most important part of your deck is the primer. This is a paragraph in which you tell me how you think the deck plays, or if it is a work in progress, how you want the deck to play. I can work with you to achieve your supervillain goals. What I can't work with is a liar. You got to be honest with me about the crimes you're trying to commit and the feeling you want the deck to impart. So right now we're looking at Drivetrain's Spooky deck. Primer is in Moxfield. Yo dog, I heard you like dragons. So we put some dragons in your dragon decks you can dragon while you dragon. These nuts. When it comes to fantasy monsters, there's nothing quite as iconic as the dragon, and this deck seeks to leverage dragons to get dragons, recur dragons, and burninate the countryside with dragons. Nothing like referencing two 20-year-old memes in the same primer, huh? God, I'm old. The whole point of the deck is to recur big, scary dragons using Scion of the Ur-Dragon's ability that dumps them into the graveyard at a bargain rate to become copies of them. Once the dragons are in the graveyard, we have a number of ways to cheat them back onto the tabletop, whether those are other dragons' abilities or direct reanimation spells. A healthy sprinkling of ramp-drawn interaction helps the deck to get those dragons relatively quickly so you can fill the sky with reptilian conquerors. Okay. If you have not played against Scion of the Ur-Dragon, count yourself lucky. I think regardless of what else is in this deck, we are doing some fuck shit. Having a tutor in the command zone is just very, very good. So let's see what you have. Here be dragons. Okay, usual goddamn suspects. God. Okay, copper, silver, and brass. So I can make infinite money, reanimate infinite dragons, or draw infinite cards. We also have Balefire. So on combat damage, deal that much damage to each creature the player controls. Okay, so targeted board clear. Bladewing the Risen. Okay. And I already know this, but just for anybody, if this ends up on a YouTube video or if you don't know this, when you use Scion's ability, does not trigger ETBs. So Bladewing the Risens, we're only going to get it once we reanimate them a different way. Clarion Brother, I can smell the booster pack on this bitch. Why do we have the non-bow dragon? Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this in general. We will talk about it later. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, put one of them onto the battlefield. I'm sure there is some timing thing where either becoming Colossal Grave Reaver puts Colossal Grave Reaver onto the battlefield, or like the thing you tutor after Colossal Grave Reaver goes out onto the battlefield. But some fuck shit is happening here. Money Dragon. Wrong. But you... Okay. Hey, I'm glad you pulled this. It's the thing tutored after Colossal. Okay, so we can go... If we have 4 mana, we can go Colossal, put anything we want onto the battlefield. Not... No, the deck's author then would not really know. You have to get it back out more or less honestly. Are we about to have a PBS moment where Drivetrain learns how fucked up and hateful their own deck is? I don't think they knew. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh, buddy. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, buddy. So we've currently identified... So we've currently identified the ceiling of the deck now. The ceiling of the deck is I play Scion of the Ur-Dragon, I untap, I spend 6 mana. I get Colossal Grave Reaver. After I get Colossal Grave Reaver, I get Bladewing the Risen. This puts Bladewing the Risen to field, which puts the original Colossal Grave Reaver to field. At this point, whatever third thing is just, and then it's just for 2 mana, put a dragon to field. However much you want. Also, Next Destroyer JM, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friend. And Defcat, thank you for the 17 months in a row at Tier 1. Look, guys, I bought a gun. It's really great for punching holes in my homework for me. Yeah, so fucking true. Also, everybody claps for my producer / manager, Defcat, who has been behind a lot of the advancements in my content. Oh, but okay, so Drivetrain, this is the first moment where you have to make a decision about how fucked up you are. Because typically when somebody attempts to build a Scion of the Ur-Dragon deck and they're not trying to do a win the game instantly combo. They're trying to use it as a dragon toolbox. Right now, your dragon toolbox has one big fucked up bomb in it. Doesn't that have to happen over 2 separate turns, though, because of how Scion turns into the last dragon and loses its own ability? So we never should have given the dragon players a combo line that required literacy. That's on us, not you. You can activate this multiple times before it resolves. At the beginning of your turn, main phase 1, you pay 6 mana and you activate this ability 3 times. They resolve one after the other. Instant speed. However much mana you have, you tap out, activate it that many times, they all happen. Does not have to happen over multiple turns. Fuck. Official, extremely loud, incorrect buzzer. We had a Scion of the Ur-Dragon player who did not realize this uses the stack. Scion of the Ur-Dragon player who thought it happened fucking sorcery speed or you had to tap Ur-Dragon. No, brother. This deck is criminal. This is not... Oh my god, bro just learned that guns have safeties and his has always been set to on. Alright, so we do have to like immediately reorient the deck around how fucked up do we want to be? Because if we are... No. Drivetrain. Well, full speed ahead with war crimes. Because there's a very distinct line you need to worry about crossing, and that line is, am I CEDH or not? Like if you say full speed ahead war crimes, this is no longer a dragon deck. This is now a combo deck that happens to flap around a few times. You can have this be a toolbox dragon deck, or we can have this be a combo deck. But if you just say like full, I'll tell you what happens. If you say full speed ahead with the war crimes, we're cutting like 90% of the dragons because it's just a 3 dragon line that you tutor for, and then hey, game's over. So if you want it to be a dragon deck first and foremost, I would recommend that we cut Colossal Grave Reaver. Even though tremendous dragon, tremendous value, the moment that this is in the deck, the correct thing to do every time is I tutor this guy and I get Bladewing to field and I get this guy back, and then I just fucking value town all over you. DMC, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Once again, supporting my theory that the only 2 Scion players are war criminals and the illiterate. Also, Xanarakin, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome to the doghouse. So I think we get rid of this guy. And we take out the ability to, I just cheat all my dragons into play for free. We have money. We have pie in the sky. I don't know. Maybe an Urza player hurt you bad in the past. I'll let you keep this as a pet card. Actually valuable to have. Okay. Damage on ETB. Rude. Just rude. No other notes. Quite good and useful. Alright. All the usual suspects. Draconic Knowledge. We have Ancient Silver Dragon. Fuck you, man. I think these are wrong. I like Temir Ascendancy because creatures we control have haste. Hear me out, dog. Hear me out, dog. I can't get my head around the idea that we both have Ancient Silver Dragon in our command zone and need to play Elemental fucking Bond. I just can't reconcile those two worlds. Like, we can follow up Ancient Silver Dragon with draw 2 on attack from Twin-Headed Hellkite. Do you feel me? You feel me there? Like, I just think element, because the path that I'm seeing Dragon Fodder. Okay, we do have a good amount of ramp. That's healthy. That's healthy. Even if we cut the combos, the overarching vibe I'm getting from this deck, because we have a tutor in the command zone, we have 3 options at the beginning of every game. We tutor for Ancient Copper Dragon, we tutor for Ancient Silver Dragon, or we're wrong. Those are the only 3 paths that are presented to you once we eliminate the Grave Reaver combo. Both of the paths that don't involve being wrong require you to get Scion of the Ur-Dragon as quickly as possible. The only other thing that matters after that is protecting Scion of the Ur-Dragon. So we do have Heroic Intervention, which is quite nice. Okay, you are officially fired from allowing ChatGPT to do your interaction section. The amount of single target removal in here is frankly embarrassing for a dragon player. Flatly embarrassing. Dog, you're a dragon. This is like you're trying to learn how to hold a Glock that you found on the body of somebody you killed. I truly do not think we give a fuck about single target removal in the dragon deck. I think what we care about, first and foremost, protect Scion of the Ur-Dragon. We want to play Scion of the Ur-Dragon either on turn 3 or turn 4 every single game. If we're not doing that, something has gone devastatingly wrong. After we resolve Scion of the Ur-Dragon, we are going to make infinite money, basically. The only permanents we are really worried about are probably artifacts and enchant, or like the things we care about that our opponents can do to us. Artifacts, enchantments, and removal hitting our dragon. So especially if it's hitting a creature, we don't give a fuck about that. So we don't give a fuck about swords or path. While Bled is like, it's rude and it's strong because the phase out is much more powerful than just exiling something basically. But this is just like, forgive the pun, this is a waste of breath for the dragon player. We do care about things like Generous Gift or Stroke of Midnight to potentially get rid of an artifact or an enchantment that is locking us out from doing stuff, but we're wasting a ton of slots on, okay, well, what if I shot your guy? All of your shot your guy budget is in dragons, and even then I doubt you want to be removing stuff more than you want to be protecting Ur-Dragon. Educated Fool, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. I appreciate those Jeffrey dollars. So there's, yeah, I'm gonna agree with Sudsball, which is like, your creatures are better. Your dragons, your creatures are just better than theirs. We don't have to worry about fucking sniping their creature for 1 mana. We just care about ramping into this guy. And then the stuff we want for this guy. I notice we currently have no game changers in here. This can never even hope to be bracket 2. Because you have a tutor in the command zone. Regardless of how few brain changers you get, regardless of how few game changers you put in the deck, this is immediately bracket 3 because I have turn 4 Ancient Copper Dragon every game is a good and fucked up thing. Very Oblivious, thank you for the Prime sub as well. Welcome to the dog home. And Synergy 007, thank you for the 3rd month in a row at tier 1. Wu-Tang is for the children indeed. Even if you don't have any Ancient Dragons, yes. I think the line at which Scion of the Ur-Dragon is bracket 2 is when we don't have any good dragons. Do we have no values? Oh, Drivetrain, don't worry, buddy. You're not putting Rhystic Study in this deck. Here are your game changers. Deflecting Swat. And Fierce fucking Guardianship. Here are your motherfucking game changers. This is what you need. You need to point at the guy who is counterspelling Scion or point at the person who is removing Scion and tell them no. That's what you care about. We don't give a fuck about like... And again, you don't need Rhystic Study because you just get Ancient Silver Dragon turn 4. Like that's the thing where we don't... You don't have to use any generic value engines because you have dragon-based value engines in your command zone at all times. That is so good and allows you to keep everything extremely dragon-focused. I would disagree on those game changers. You're worried about it resolving, TBH. How does... I think you are, but I don't think that changes the game changers you want to put in here. I would tech Crop Rot for Cavern of Souls. That is a good point if we have Cavern of Souls in here. No, then that's your 3rd game changer. Is crop rotation, I get Cavern of Souls. My commander is now uncounterable. I agree that the blue density is not high enough for Force of Will. But yeah, like none of our game changers have to be haha I poop money. Then how do you feel about a suite of counterspells instead of the single target removal? I think that's good. However, we don't only want counterspells. There are some things that can pull double duty and will allow you to cook a little bit harder. First one I'm going to suggest is Galadriel's Dismissal. So phasing your creature out, really good way to dodge board wipes, dodge edicts. If you are playing into other spooky decks, phasing out somebody else's board is a pretty funny way to break up their combo turn depending on what their combo pieces are. So I think this is something that can live in both the world of protection and the world of offensive limitations, where you can either phase out Scion because Scion's about to catch shit. You can phase out your board because a Farewell's coming down, or you can phase out somebody else's board on the turn they try to go off. So it's not just, oh, switch over to counterspells. It's we have to think about you you used all of your brain power to consider what dragons look cool, and then you drooled on the pile and went to sleep, and now you are awake with me and I'm trying to splash water on your face. So we have Galadriel's Dismissal. Damn, nice art. Clever Concealment is probably playable too. And so the things I think don't fit in. I do not think Elemental Bond, Garruk's Uprising, even Kindred Discovery, which I know you all are going to freak the fuck out about, but I promise there's a point. Roiling Dragonstorm and Temur Ascendancy, I think like these are all card draw, which is nice, but these are all card draw pieces that you would be playing instead of ramping into Ur-Dragon. And everything you can do is worse than ramping into Ur-Dragon if you don't already have Ur-Dragon. The things you can play before Ur-Dragon that might be better than ramping to Ur-Dragon is okay, I can't be countered. I will accept, yeah, Ascendancy for haste on the stuff I reanimate it. That's fine. But most of these card draw cards seem to be predicated upon the idea that, oh, these are going to draw me so many cards once I reanimate all my dragons, bro. Once you reanimate the fucking dragons, you have this guy. So a lot of these are, or Bond, Uprising, Kindred Discovery, Roiling Dragonstorm. These are number go up simulator card draw. If you didn't have a dragon tutor for the goddamn card draw Pinata Dragon in your command zone, I would feel differently. But you have to think about, like, if something is going to compete with how quickly I can play Scion of the Ur-Dragon, it must protect Scion of the Ur-Dragon, or it must do something to otherwise turn my game plan on. Meringue River Regent. Absolutely not. Because using Ur-Dragon to become this guy does nothing. This is just a card draw spell that says dragon on it, which is not the move. Siren, we do not need Ripples of Undeath. We don't need any generic card draw because we either become, like, we just become Ancient Silver Dragon. Like, there's literally no... Maybe there's another dragon that draws really big cards, but we either become Ancient Silver, we become Two-Headed Hellkite, and that's it. And we can always do that because it's in our command zone. And then we just put, instead of all this stuff, we put in enough protection pieces that we can be confident that the Ancient Silver Dragon is going to connect. And then now that I did my whole bit about how we don't need generic value engines, we're going to talk about how you have to play Miram probably. We're gonna have to talk about how if we want to cook with number go up simulator, this is number go up cookery. Now importantly, because Miram does nothing by himself. However, the moment that we have Reanimate in hand, Necromancy in hand, Persist in hand, the presence of Miram in the deck says for 2 mana, my next reanimation spell gets copied. Okay, so when we become the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, destroy target non-land permanent that player controls. This is okay. Yeah, but Siren, we're cutting Grave Reaver. That's the thing, is we're cutting this guy's dead because it turns the deck into a just combo deck out the gate. Miram is a win more card. Do we really need it? I think it's less about I think spooky decks are allowed to just like fuck around a little bit, and I think Miram is the fuck around card in this case. Mainly because, like, normally when you have win more cards, you have to judge them on a bunch of, like, dumb bullshit, like, oh, I have to try to draw to this thing. Oh, it's so expensive. Oh, I have to do all this other bullshit. Miram is just, hey, 2 mana, it's in the deck. This is good now. Like, Miram is... No, Siren, we're not. Scion makes Miram good just by being in the 99. We don't have to pay for Miram. We don't have to draw Miram. The opportunity cost is basically nothing. The only, like, so these are the cases where having Miram is actually more reasonable, verging on quite reasonable, because there's tremendous upside if we ever have any recursion spells in hand, or if we ever begin recurring dragons. Huge, nasty, tremendous upside. The downside risk is basically 0. If she's in your opening hand, mulligan her away. We don't want to see her. She's getting tutored. And then we're cutting this guy. Then Xanath raises the good point of, if we look at this deck as like toolbox deck, we want ways for Scion to protect himself just by himself. So let's see if there are any, because there's some things where we have multiple tools where it's like we have 3 different hammers and some of them are shitty. I kind of doubt we need Ancient Copper Dragon and Goldspan Dragon and Hellkite Tyrant. This is just kind of weird. Like, this is our money dragon, and then we eat people. We can have some redundancy on the really important parts, but I wouldn't want to go towards redundancy on the important parts until we cover the base of, hey, do I have a dragon that can protect my commander? Think about how rarely this motherfucker gets played. Think about how just shitlord terrible this card is, and how good you can make it. As an in response for 2 mana, my commander you can do better than bulk. We can. That's not the fucking point. Doing, like, we always want to do better than bulk if the bulk is failing us. But when we can, the most beautiful part of Commander is being able to take some of the worst cards ever printed and flick them into people's faces as you beat them with it. So we have 2 instances where we just have immediate no way to stop it. For 2 mana, I have hexproof. This is also, you get to crop dust everybody else's creatures. So Silumgar, much better than Beltol Dragon. But these are other protection spell redundancies, where at any moment, Scion is no longer getting killed by your targeted removal. That's fucking awesome. I wouldn't do Chromium because we're discarding a card, and I mean, actually, you can do some. No, never mind. You can do some cookery with Chromium. I doubt it's necessary because we're already flying. DMC, thank you for the 100 bits. Why aren't we running Patriarch's bidding in this? That is a good question indeed. It does seem like we are not running enough mass recursion. Again, your creatures are better. Are your opponents going to get upside from this? Yes. However, your upside is going to be the poophead dragon with the weird nostrils, and you are just going to immediately toxic deluge everybody else's board the turn after you do this. Okay, no indestructible dragons, but we have the two hexproof dragons, which will be quite useful for you. And then let me look at how much do they love dragons? Did they print multiple instances of destroy non-land permanent onto these fuck-ass dragons? How about Dramoka? Nah, don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. You are a dragon. You accept the challenge. You can literally... You have... Alright. I'll level with you. Is this good? Yes. This is a very good dragon to put in your deck. Getting a Grand Abolisher effect on your dragon's deck, powerful. Getting a life-linking dragon, powerful. From a vibes level, I think the dragon toolbox deck going, actually, I would like to stop reaching into my toolbox and just flatly say, please don't be mean to me. I don't like that. I think that's... I would rather continue to cook you on the stack. I would rather break people's ankles with Scion of the Ur-Dragon activations, even though this is a very good dragon to resolve. It's a... I don't think we would swap to Dramoka in many instances unless we are trying to like pre-silence somebody. But again, I just think like there's just, we could hit them with Beltol Dragon. Come on. I would fucking Beltol them. That's so much more fun. Well, see, it's half that the shittier the dragon is, the funnier it is. It is also half putting Dragon Lord Dramoka is verging into being a control player versus Beltol and Silumgar are, I'm going to let you try, but I'm going to outplay you anyway, which I also think is typically more fun for the dragon player than I'm just going to say, no, you can't do anything to me. And that's where all these things like Galadriel's dismissal comes in, where you get to be a little stinker. Oh, Kagachi would be a good. This is like kind of okay, but I don't believe in it an incredible amount. I do like Revaz of the Claw. I think we like him less than Reanimate because we really don't want to lose our stuff to Exile. But we'd rather have more Reanimators, more ramp than nothing. And if not, like, the only creature spells you care about... Oh, he's in there? I'm done. Bye, Boomy. My fault. I'm blind. I'm blind. And then as DMC has been yelling, another good mass Reanimator is Haunting Voyage. Thank you for not loading that spelling error, Scryfall. We do not want Taval Elik, man. We do not want to be milling ourselves. Eudix Avison, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, my friend. Welcome to the dog home. No, Joe Salsa, I don't believe there's any changelings we have to care about. I like Haunting Voyage. Now, a note to the people hating on Debtor's Knell. I legitimately do not hate this card in this deck. There's a distinct reason why. And the reason why is that I have seen many times a dragon player create a compelling board state only to be board wiped multiple times. We do want a number of good ways to return our entire graveyard to the battlefield. It would not be useless to have a way to persistently keep putting things back onto the field. I do not think we are Xanarakan. Not Bringer. Okay, that's Bringer of the Last Gift is strike 1 for chat, making any suggestions. Macias the Unhallowed is strike 2. Rise of the Dark Realms would be quite good as well. Alec Man. And then I will hear the trade Debtor's Knell for Virtue of Persistence, because this is just more mana efficient version of the same effect, and we can get removal. But we do want something that is like trickle down Dragonomics instead of just I poop everything out. I'm not going to call this a strike 3 because I can at least see the vision. I do not agree with this. I think this is too cowardly. I understand we're trying to go for, like, I don't want to get sorcery speed removed by my opponents. We also don't want to go totally shields down. Not convinced, but I see the vision. That's true, Choo Choo Beans. Vigilance does not exist. There is no way for a creature to attack and then be able to block. And that's never something a dragon deck might want to care about. That is so real of you. Not yet. Amareth the Lustrous. Alright, that's going to be strike 3. So we are now not accepting any more chat recommendations. Alright, so to line this up, the problems I have with this deck. You have a big pile of dragons whose text boxes you didn't understand. We have solved that problem. We're going to be cutting this man. You will instead be doing win more shenanigans with Miram. The next problem is that a lot of our interaction is just like generic 5-color interaction good. And I think we need to be much more focused on things that will help Scion resolve and help you untap with Scion in the first place. And so that is going to be the things we talked about, like deflecting SWAT, fierce guardianship. You should do Cavern of Souls, and you should have crop rotation so that you can turn one of your lands into Cavern of Souls to make stuff uncounterable. For your setup, I think every permanent that you might play before you play Scion, not even every permanent, every card that you might want to play before you play Scion should either make him uncounterable or ramp to him. I think attempting to protect him with a permanent you play before him, those are all going to be so expensive that it would slow you down too much. Like, we could put this, oh my god. How do you spell this stupid fucking word? Okay. Like, you could play this in the deck and oh my god, you're so protected, and also you took a really fucking long time to do anything. So I would not personally recommend it over the variety of dragon-based hexproof tricks we told you about. So in terms of ramp, I don't think we are low. I don't think we are low on ramp. I do think if you have room after the other cuts we've suggested, it is worth considering things like Sky Shroud Claim. I'm a little bit ambivalent on this because the main goal of your deck is me play Ur-Dragon quickly. Me tutor with Ur-Dragon. I have infinite money and card. Haha, you die. That said, it's pretty unlikely that we would ever want to spend if we ever have 5 mana available and we spend 5 mana to play Ur-Dragon, unless we have Fierce Guardianship or Deflecting SWAT in hand, we are probably fucked. Like, Ur-Dragon costs 5 mana. Realistically, Ur-Dragon either costs 6 mana or he costs 7 mana, because you have to play Ur-Dragon and then you have to have a spell that prevents Ur-Dragon from being exploded. So there's things like Sky Shroud Claim, there's things like Encroaching Dragon Storm, which that one would be pretty fucked up in your deck because you can hold a lot of your mana open because you're getting your dragon effects really cheaply. We talked about swapping this out for Virtue of Persistence. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy immediately. These are not bad removal. I think this removal is inferior for what you might need to handle, particularly because they're hitting creatures. Anytime the dragon deck starts worrying about other people's creatures, I become significantly unconvinced of their ability to breathe fire. What I would recommend over those is shit like this. We can hit a non-land permanent from each player. This will allow us to hit stacks effects. This will allow us to hit problematic blockers. It will allow us to fuck up anybody we want. Alec Man, thank you for the $2 super chat. The Cauldron of Eternity Mauled. Let's see if paid card suggestions get banned right now. Fuck, that's really good. That's really good. Yes, I would hit this in the deck basically instantly. We're one of the only decks in the world where we see put it on the bottom of the library and we're like, This is Throne of Eldraine, next destroyer. So yeah, we have previously established the precedent that once Twitch chat gets banned from making card suggestions, you can pay money on YouTube to make a card suggestion. It's a cheap card, Garrett, because it's bad in many other decks. Nearly every other deck in the world is like, oh, it doesn't go to my graveyard, it goes to my library. That fucking sucks. For us, we're just like, we're playing music, we're dancing in our underwear. Yeah, this is awesome. Damn, the Great Henge if it was bad. Yeah, so I would recommend this as well. And then any creature removal you have, or creature specific removal you have, I would immediately replace with non-land permanent removal. Your creatures are just better. The things you need to hit are very rarely going to be the creatures of the world. Sometimes it will be creatures, but like, you need to get this bullshit off the field. You have to get rid of this stupid motherfucker. Like, there's a ton of artifact and enchantment, like pillow fort and stacks pieces that you need to be concerned about. And very, very few of them are like, oh god, they have a scary creature. I promise you, your creature is scarier. Or, through the power of makeup and 2 colorless mana, can become something that is scarier. So we just don't have to be... We just do not have to be on like, what do I do about this fucked up evil creature? You have to be on like, okay, how do I deal with permanents at large? And you probably have the mana to do it because your dragons only cost 2 mana. And then what dragons fuck with targeted non-land permanents? What can we toolbox so that can be totally on theme? This is not okay. I really doubt we don't have the deck that wants to take like a storm turn to take advantage of this, but and I'm really happy we don't, because that would be evil. Nope, I'm gonna be blind. It's not Tuesday. I'm not even gonna look at that yet. What about the cheat into play cards? I don't think we need that. We're ramping anyway. We have to... I'm not looking... Never mind. I'm not looking at your fucking suggestions. You're not tricking me. From a land-based perspective, most stuff enters tapped, which is not the end of the world as long as we have searchable triomes. I would proxy a Cavern of Souls for this. And then after that, I really do think you will be good. I think the primary issue with this deck is you spent a lot of time thinking about the dragons you wanted to see, and we spent no time thinking about anything else, and we just slotted in all of the like, okay, this is generic, draw a card, make mana, yes. Do I win, please? And so that interaction list, Fierce Guardianship, Deflecting Swat, Galadriel's Dismissal, Clever Concealment, E-Hawk MPA, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. And then we have those 2 hexproof dragons we are adding in to be like a 2 mana hexproof whenever we want. And then we're going to have the cauldron to help us reanimate. We're going to replace this with the cheaper version that's also removal. And we're going to cut the combo. And then you're going to have yourself a great fucking time. Alec Man, thank you for the $2 super chat. Sylvan Scrying for redundancy with Cavern and Mistrise. Oh, that one does hurt, but if you... Oh, it's good, but the greedy dragon player in me that is trying to empathize with the greedy dragon player in you is like, 2 mana to just get 1 land to hand. Oh, 2 mana to not ramp, kill me. Kill me now. But if you ever take this deck against a blue player, you will absolutely need this, and then you use it to get Cavern of Souls, and then all of your dragons become uncounterable, which is very, very strong and good. So thank you, Alec Man. I legitimately don't know if we commit to Mistrise Village in a 5-color deck. An untutorable 1-color land that can enter tapped. I think that's too many things that hurt. But let's put you through the playtester to see how the deck does right now. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Lord. Okay. Hey, I have a feeling it's gonna be fine. Hey guys. 3 visits. Triome. I have to get a forest, right? Yeah, I get this. I don't know if I have all 5 colors. I'm telling you right now, it's all 5 colors. So turn 4, I play this guy. I'm holding up 1 mana. What am I holding up 1 mana for? Swords to fucking plowshares. Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer number 1. Hey, look at this in my hand. Garruk's Uprising. Am I paying 2 mana for that? Fuck no. I'm paying 2 mana to get Ancient Copper Dragon. Goes in my graveyard. I swing. Oh, I also cast Scion of Draco for fucking 2 mana, right? Forest, Island, Mountain, Swamp, Plains is in there. Fuck off. How do I roll a d20? Here it is. 16! I make 16 treasures. I persist this motherfucker back out to the battlefield. This guy has every keyword in the goddamn game. We could raise the Palisade, but we probably don't need to. We just tutor Ancient Silver. Roll a d20. And look at that. With my 20 mana, I will now proceed to do whatever the fuck I want. So this is how you want every run out of this deck to play. Yeah, Dylan, the Plains is right here. What are you talking about? This is how you want every run out of the deck to play. And if you'll notice, this guy didn't fucking matter. These guys could matter. Probably don't. And this guy didn't fucking matter. So these 2 cards are cards that should be either Rhythm of the Wild, one of our land tutors to make this uncounterable, or a counterspell, preferably a free one, to protect him after he comes down. And you should also understand at this point, this deck is very good. It is better than you realized. I accept that. You're cool. Don't bring it around the middle schoolers. You'll hurt them forever. And I would actually, Depend has said this like 18 million times, part of your toolbox should be a Tarka. You have so many combat damage triggers. Your cleanest win condition is I have a preponderance of damage. I just have a lot of damage to swing at you. Being able to give all of your dragons double strike, particularly because the first 4 to 5 turns are always play Scion, entomb Silver and Copper Dragon, reanimate them, then you give them double strike, and then you have infinite money. We are not playing a combo kill glyph. So right now I think you are, I think we're floating kind of over here, but ironically for the non-dragon cards. I think a lot of your EDH rec brainworms are from the stuff that isn't dragons, because you were like, oh, I need this, right? I'm in green, I'm playing creatures, I draw cards off of them. And then your removal, you were like, I don't know, creatures are mean, right? Yeah. And then I think you'll be happy from there. So thank you very much for submitting. I hope you enjoyed this and at least exhaled heavily through your nose. But that's going to be it for your deck, my friend. And we are going to switch over to Darkest Dungeon after this manual ad break. So I will see you all in just a moment as I switch over titles and all that. I appreciate your patience as we move into this next phase of our lives. Alec, yes, we can get custom cards back in just a moment. Ontario, no, the new chair's not here yet, but I believe it should be here this week. It was getting delayed because I asked them to put like additional back support on it, and that made it take like 3 weeks or something. Have you done a video on what to look for when mulliganing before? I haven't. I've thought about doing one. It changes so much from deck to deck to deck. I think if I did a video, if I did that video, instead of doing a video called "Here's how you should mulligan," I would do a video that was "Here's how you figure out how you should mulligan." Because it's different for a lot of decks, and it can be different for your deck depending on the pod you're in. And there's a lot of bullshit that goes into it. Yeah, Jomibug is correct. You do usually want cards. Pika, I'm not selling the old chair. I'm getting a new one that is this is like, so, okay. This right here is a gaming chair, which means its back support is roughly equivalent to a goblin climbing up my asshole with a wrench to try to unscrew my vertebrae from the inside. So we're getting a new chair. We're getting a Herman Miller. Thank you all very much. That will have back support and will not fuck up my spine any more than normal. But we are not selling this one. Drivetrain, thank you for the 500-bit cheer. Thanks for the awesome roast, boss man. You gave me a lot to think about and a lot of great suggestions. I only hope my literacy rate improves from here on. Well, Drive, you're in luck. I hear literacy is directly correlated to how many bits you cheer in my Twitch channel, so you're off to a good start.
I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity.
Boss, what's that one? What's the white removal spell you recommend a bunch lately because it hits multiple targets at 3 mana? So there's 2. There's Grasp of Fate.
It is a festering abomination.
There's also, what I've been recommending more often is Council's Judgment. Notably with Council's Judgment, you can't ever get stuff back. Grasp of Fate has the weakness of if somebody... Oh, we can't see it through... If somebody can remove Grasp of Fate, everybody gets their stuff back. There's a lot of interesting political things you can do with Grasp of Fate because of that, but it is a downside. Council's Judgment, on the other hand, everything that gets voted for, gone forever. And then Xanath. Xanath, absolutely yes. Greetings, Mald. I have a budget for a film. Congratulations, Rowan. How goes the stream? It goes pretty well. And Skitter Mode, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Where is... Okay, let me turn on the custom card redeems. Those are now on. Xanath, we can do yours if it's already in the Discord. If it's not, please put it up there. On the topic of white removal, thoughts on Pandorica? I don't see it mentioned much, but it feels pretty good whenever I play it. Hey man, if I were a Magic content creator, I might know that answer. I'm John Darkest Dungeon. So are you asking about some type of leper ability? Is that what you're telling me about right now? Some type of quirked up crusader move? Trevor Hawk, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Do we like Darkest Dungeon 1 more than 2? I've never played Darkest Dungeon 1. 1, 2, 4, I've never played either. This is my first playthrough of Darkest Dungeon 1. We have been learning as we go. Zoria, thank you for that custom card redeem. I have way too many fucking pings on Discord right now. So Zoria, please dump that card into Dear Maldhound. And then Xanath, I see yours. We will look at it presently.
But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
Leviathan of Ruin. 8 mana, 3/7. Oh. When it enters, if you cast it from your hand, each other non-Gorgon creature becomes a 0/2 colorless wall artifact with Defender and loses all other abilities. Okay, so it is an 8 mana board wipe that gets around indestructible and hexproof. On a body, the body is terrible. Flavor's good. Defender decks can very easily break parity. I don't think we have Gorgon Kindred cooking, and I don't think this makes it cook. I think I like it. I think it's a very reasonable Like 8 mana one-sided or pseudo one-sided wipe depending on the deck you're playing. But 8 mana to get around Hexproof Indestructible. White's doing that at 6. I'm cool with that. Never mind a lady with a big butt making me rock hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I like this. And then Zoria's is review Alex card instead of mine. Thank you for that generosity, Zoria. Or you're making a full custom Gorgon deck. Then yeah, depending on the other cards, this could get fucked up. But I think this effect is totally fine. Alec Man, thank you for gifting 2 tier 1 subs, my friend. So I think you have Zoria's freebie, and then this other one you have earned Sans channel points. Let's pull this up. Fuck it, this wasn't the card I had in mind to submit, but everything is breaking down and I want to get something in before leaving for the night. So here's my first Age of Sigmar themed custom card. A 3 mana 2/4 with Vigilance and Flash. When this creature dies, exile it with 3 time counters on it and it gains Suspend. God, I really want it to not be fair because it's like so much text on a 3 mana creature, but that does feel kind of fair. Like, oh yeah, you got a 2/4. Panda Waffles, it does make it immortal, but not in the ways that matter. Like, if you can get a 2/4 every 4th turn, yeah, he's immortal, and also I don't mind. Eris is correct. Impeccable in draft. Commander, it's like, hey, I will let you cook. So I like it, Alec, man. Now let's get into the shit for today. Oh, right, we're broke. Because our antiquarians are a bunch of fuck-ups. I totally forgot about that. We are stone cold broke because our antiquarians are garbage. Who can we send into the pits for money? We're going to do a short apprentice mission. We're going to throw the abominations into the pit. Or no, we'll throw... Who's our level 0? We will throw Genzinator and Loregiver into the pit. Troper, you will back them up. And Nephres, you will back them up. Wonderful. Sisrek, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend, for the 2nd month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. I'm gonna buy a few torches. Where are we going? We're going to the Cove, so shovels matter more than keys. Ugh. Riffle Dupes, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. If only the dual antiquarian run wasn't canceled because our front line threw, otherwise last quarter would have been profitable. Very true. Xanath, I'm not sure what my like favorite class is. I think it's the bounty hunter. I will call this a B team run. It has leveled. This is babysitting duty, Troper. We want you to succeed. Like, ideally, you all make it out alive. I just don't care all that much. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell no. I mean, we knew this was coming, but solid surprise. There's a snail with prot. I'm gonna try... God damn it, Nephris. God fucking damn it. Wow. Wow, good job. Who is that? Lore Giver? Good job, Lore Giver. Rat PDT, the two ways to become a character are to beg in chat, or you can spend money either by cheering bits or gifting subs or whatever. That can jump you in the line or allow you to ask to be a specific character. You are still at the behest of, we have to have somebody else die so that we have room. I think that's fine. You just keep vomiting. Fucking finally, man. Also, Troper, don't think I didn't notice you getting caught by a crit your fucking first hour on the job. Can people pay money to get someone executed, or do we need a Google Doc for that first? No, you cannot pay money to get me to fire somebody else. If we have a lot of people, if we have a lot of like paid spots that are in waiting, I will do more tryout missions, but I will not end somebody else's run on purpose so that you can get in. All right, blight, 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 plague bombs, plague bombs. We don't need to pay money for you to fire someone. We can just gently nudge you to going towards the wheel. It's so fucking true. Honestly, if we wanted to pay money to get people to die, all we have to do is you don't even have to pay me. You have to PayPal the custom card submitters $5 to hold off on their card so that I go in one more dungeon and get everybody killed that way. It's very easy to get everybody on the team killed. All you have to do is prevent me from vamping and make me go into an actual mission.
This is how life is taken.
I should have stunned there. See, I was vamping, and I didn't think about what I should have done with my turn, and now I got caught monologuing. Riffle, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. You can pay money to get people onto an intentionally ill-fated run, though, assuming said people includes you. That is true. You can pay money to get yourself killed by having me take you on a mission you're not ready for. That's fine. Oh, that's actually quite a good job tanking that. Ice pick. Got him.
Give them no quarter.
Damn. I should have brought at least one key. No, Ontario, it's possible for people to, it's difficult for me to stop yapping. It's very possible for me to yap while I kill you. Rat PDT, thank you for the 5 gifted community subs. Welcome to Dog Heaven. Please let me know if there is a specific character class you would like to be, or if you would just like to be named as soon as possible.
Impressive.
Damn, killed him with the Hawk Twa. Good job, Lore Giver.
The blood quickens.
fucking... Oh my god, dude. Okay, so they got a turn. That's frustrating, but who cares? And Rat, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 21st month in a row. It's a very long time together. Love your clips is how I found you, and now I love the streams. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. Can we redeem custom card reviews to cancel the next custom card review? Yes, I will accept that malicious compliance. I will 100% accept. I see custom card reviews available. I claim it to put it on cooldown to continue running the dungeons. I think that's fine. Turnabout Roundhouse, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. If one person did it, I think that's one of those things where it's like, it's funny once and it sucks the 10th time. So I'd probably let you do it one time, and then if it kept happening over and over and over, oh hell yes. It's just a bath? God damn it. It's fine. It's fine. And Rat, I see we're looking for a bounty hunter, but we're not too concerned. I'll keep that in mind.
Another misfortune.
Okay, we're on explore 90%. We probably avoid the bottom room here. It might change because there's like a clutch scout, or if we find a map or something.
Packs laden with loot are often low.
Yep, I knew that shit was gonna happen. Bunch of hungry dipshits. Turnabout, I've seen them. We're not covering them yet because I do a like spoiler review stream on Tuesdays. So we're going to be reviewing all of the Final Fantasy decks tomorrow. Could you please let me heal, boss? I mean, there's just not a, hey, like I would. There's not a mechanic for that, dog. You've gotten your rations. That's all you're getting. Here, you can eat the fish carcass. Oh, it's a trap. Oh no. Oh no. How'd that happen? I put your stream on while editing the podcast, and I realize it's a horrible idea as I am confusing the stream voice with the podcast voice. Joe, thank you for stopping by, and I'm yeah, that sucks. Fuck these guys. Can we have a generic 3k channel point reward of counterspell previous channel point reward? This seems like it'll absolutely not be abused to hell and back and be fun. So I don't want to be able to cancel. I think this is limited enough to the ecosystem of in the variety streams. They are often totally dictated by custom card redeems. And I don't think we need to open up that level of counter sniping to everything we do. I think it's kind of funny to open it up to counter sniping the custom cards. I think it becomes less and less funny the more stuff you can do it to. Yeah, like what Smokey's saying. I think there's even times I just wouldn't honor the counter snipe in the first place. Like if somebody uses 5,000 channel points to counterspell Whitebread's 25th totally fucked up custom commander card that should not exist in the game, I think that's funny. If somebody who's new to the stream asks me a personal question and one of our regulars is like, haha, fuck you, I can see why we might think that's cute. I think it goes badly every time. So I think I'm going to limit it to saying I'm totally chill if you buy a custom card review to put it on cooldown because you want to see more Darkest Dungeon. But we're not going to extend that to counter-sniping channel point rewards at large. Boss, if when you come back to Darkest Dungeon for DLC, would you consider adding mods? I definitely would add mods. I think it is... Oh god, Genzinator's... Genzinator is powerful. Genzinator is Chadley goddamn Hellion-Wick. Very, very good. Very, very good. Scared twice by Coral and then decided to lock in. Incredible clutch, honestly. So impressive. Oh, I almost walked onto the trap. Right. So what Zoria was saying about when we come back, will we do DLC? The short answer is yes. The long answer is whether or not we come back is really, really dictated by how successful this is as variety content and how eager I am to move on to other variety content once we finish Darkest Dungeon 1 and once we finish Darkest Dungeon 2. This has been really fun to stream. I've as yet not been successful. Hold on, what quirks do we get? Okay. Okay! And now Troper's level 3. Fuck yeah. So that was overall quite successful. I think that was profitable. Hopefully our antiquarians are out of jail now. I don't know how the fuck Dirty is so stressed out at level 0, but okay. We'll put you guys away for the week, and then we'll do an antiquarian run. Riffle Dupes, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. The broke do the DLC versus the woke play it again on Stygian. So there's a lot of stuff we could do, but in general, I am generally inclined to keep trying different things. So Abot, thank you for that custom card redeem. If you are not in the Discord, please join the Discord and post the custom card in... Oh, the bot's asleep. Hold on. Join our free Discord, post it in the Dear Maldhound section, and then we will review it. See, Troper, I feel like I could clear... Listen, this is again my white man arrogance. I feel like I could clear Stygian with the knowledge I have now. And if I wasn't trying to petulantly kill people for failing me as an employee. Alright, let me change the overlay. Thank you for putting this card up. Pontificate. 2 mana blue sorcery, draw a card, choose a card type, shuffle your library, reveal the top 3. You may put a card of the chosen type from among them into your hand and put the rest back in any order. Too good, I think. This is 2 mana, draw 2, and I get to dictate what type of thing I draw. Sometimes, yes. However, what if I just pick land? Oh yeah, it's 2 mana, draw 2, and also brainstorm. And I know what my next 2 cards are. I guess like revealing the top 3 is better than you looking at privately. But I think all of the all of the interesting gambling is defeated by you just going, okay, I name land, it's a 2 mana, draw 2, guarantee a land drop. Right? I do think if you said choose a not but the thing is, if you choose a non-land card type, it just becomes, it kind of becomes auto commander staple for most decks, because most decks either run enough, they're either like blue because they're doing an artifact deck, or they're doing a stompy creature deck, and then it still becomes too much advantage. I think 3 mana fixes everything. I think 3 mana fixes everything and it's cool. I think 2 mana is like... I think 2 mana is the problem here. If you gave me this card, I would run it in every single deck that had blue, no questions asked. 3 mana, I think I might, like, have to consider. Would you like to stream games that allow for audience participation like Darkest Dungeon, or would you also like to do watch me play this story-driven walking simulator streams? I'm not sure. I really like the audience interaction. I'm not opposed to games that are more story-driven. Part of me worries that I'm not big enough for games that are story-driven. Eras, you shuffle your library at the start to prevent you from stacking it with the thing you want. I think if it's instant, you do 1 blue. Instant speed is quite a good thing. It could still be 3 at instant speed, I think, but I think it has to become 2 blue pips to try to make it harder to splash. Alright. We have nobody dead. We have Rat waiting to be a bounty hunter. Let's kill some people. Oh, and Tari, I'm sorry about that. Hit me with your personal question, please. Are you going to try to doom the Dark Ages? Probably not. It depends on how long it takes me to beat Darkest Dungeon. We probably only have like a day or 2 left of this game. Right? Right? White Tiger, all you've missed is a Scion of the Dragon deck piloted by a man who could not read, and then 1 dungeon so far. I don't give a fuck about the garlic, dog. I do not give a fuck about garlic. So medium apprentice, medium sodden crew, medium. Give me a shorty. Oh, never mind. We have to do a fucking... We have to do a veteran mission because we have to have these fucking antiquarians here. Fine, dude. Fine. I don't give a shit if the quest is beyond your experience, Allie. You're healing. You're the healer. It's on you. Starry. Sure. And then... God damn it. We don't have enough level 3 tanks right now. Collect 3 relics. How hard could that be? Holy relics. Or a boss mission. That'll be bad. Breath of the Wolf. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Who else can we even bring in as a tank? I mean, I guess we're bringing... Islor. Hey, the quest is beyond your abilities? Not with that attitude. I guess I will give you I will attempt to give you some trinkets such that you might live. Yeah, we'll give you a bunch of damage. I'm not even gonna look at all of these other bad skills you have. We'll give you prot. Give you damage. Healing received. We'll give you prot and dodge. And we'll just give you, like, speed and dodge. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Why is that on you? You're supposed to have this. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, this will be fine. This will be fine. Well, thank you, Breath. I appreciate that. And then Ontario's personal question. Do you have a recommendation for a good summer jacket for 80 to 90 degree weather? Truly, I do not. I really, truly... In 80 to 90 degree weather, I'm basically in like t-shirts or tank tops because I'm a very warm person. So my attire basically never includes a summer jacket if it's that warm out. Okay, this is a money mission in the cove. So we're gonna bring a shitload of food, shitload of shovels, 2 keys, 2 of these, 2 of these, and we'll be fine. Can I get an Our Father before we go in, boss? What you can get is this goddamn prediction. About the, hold on. You can catch this goddamn prediction. Oh, we have to hit a manual ad break. I'm going to hit this right now as we enter the dungeon so you guys miss the boring shit, and then you can come back to the entire team being dead. See you soon.
Recover these lost shipments of rarities.
Allie, this is not helping your case.
Scrupulous hands.
What if I lost my God, come on. 23 dodge? Allie's fucking dead, dude. Allie's fucking dead. $5 says someone dies. I'll hold you to that shit, Dylan. Don't test me there. Barnacle. Okay.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Genie advice. God damn, I feel so bad and constipated. I need to eat better. Eat better, do some burpees, all that shit is important. Slight Coyote, hit me with that personal question when you get a moment, please. We have at least been tremendously lucky avoiding any fights. Okay. Empty sack antiquarian is certainly something. Personal question, do you ever avoid playing games you want to play because you eventually want to stream them? There has been very few cases where that has happened, but like yes, like I played this game less than I otherwise would have. Hold on. Less than I otherwise would have because I want to stream it. But I don't do that with very many games. I see that I see that your body is still a machine that turns Vestals into grave digging jobs. That's not my body, all right? That's the Vestal's body. That's the Vestal's soft, shitty body that's not good at getting hit by monsters. That's not my fucking fault. Fuck the bandages. Give me the money. Embarrassing.
Curious is the
How exactly is an antiquarian supposed to pull extra loot out of an empty sack? How am I supposed to be in charge of telling you how to do your fucking job? I hired you to do the job you told me you could do, and the job you told me you could do was find loot in motherfucking sacks. It's not on me. You have to do better. Can't always be your boss's fault when they ask you to do something impossible and you can't do it. You should change reality. All right, we're gonna walk immediately away from these battles. It resets. Bullshit. Bullshit. Who cares? So what I understand is that if I want to tempt fate, I should pay to be a Vestal. Basically, yeah. Riffle dupes, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. That's not even me. I'm just looking out for my subordinates. Don't do that. It's a dog-eat-dog world. To steal a joke for the second time. Mald told me the monsters keep eating his Vestals, so I asked how many Vestals does he have, and he told me that he just goes to the stagecoach and gets a new Vestal afterwards, so I said it just sounds like he's feeding Vestals to the fish, and then his crusaders started crying. That's not untrue. That's not untrue. It's not an unfair assessment of how it goes down here. Salty, not even salty. Allie, nothing bad has happened. Why are you freaking out? Shit has been terminally fine the entire day. You haven't had to fight anybody. Other people have been stepping on all the traps. What the fuck are we worried about? Platypus, I think you might have. I don't remember 100%.
The light, the promise of
Oh, hell yeah. Good job. Good job. I think we get one more room and then we...
the sparkling eyes of youth, twisted and made merciless.
No, no, come on. No, they're young. They're young. They don't know, bro. No. Oh, boy. I hope this works. Holy shit, Allie stunned him. Holy shit, the stun worked. Okay. You're transforming right the fuck now. You're transforming right the fuck now. Selfish, we can heal from selfish. Hit this man. Oh my god, and we don't have, can I? Oh, this antiquarian doesn't have blight. Oh boy. Let's start dodging. I think he has too much resist for this to work, so Starry just has to go to fucking town on him. Well, actually, this is Starry's only move. Try it again. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Fair. Hey, that's fair. Fuck me running, dude. This is not good. We're gonna up the dodge. Oh my fucking god. Starry, that's still a good hit. I so badly... Yeah, there we go, there we go. I so badly needed them to not... not live on one. Okay, Islor? You fuck up.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Wait, he fucking untransform... Dog. Okay, whatever. At least he can blight from this position. That's actually non-zero useful. Make everybody dodge.
Inspiration and improvement.
Solid dodge. Solid dodge. Is it... Let me... Okay, let's think. Is doing this useful? Is marking him good, or am I just going to be blighting anyway? No, I think I just chopped through this guy. Please work. God damn it. Dodge him up. Dodge him up.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
We take those. You dumb... Okay, you can still spit. You can still spit, that's fine. Okay, but he fucking... He blight resisted on 17%? Honestly, Islor, you kind of deserve to die now. If I'm being perfectly frank.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I'm not even gonna heal you. This is just such abominable throwery. Oh my... Now the Antiquarian can't do the one move that matters because Islor fucked us. Good. Good. I'm angry you dodged. You deserve to die.
Wherefore, heroism.
Okay, spit on him. So this guy's guarded. Does have any more prot? Not really. So I can mark myself. Does that really save anybody? I don't think so. I think all I can really do is swing on this guy. No, not the fucking other guard. I will heal my Crusader while he's guarded, because I think if I try to stun him, it's just not gonna play well for me anyway. Okay, so this guy's up to 6. I'm gonna take this guy up. Great. The Man-at-Arms is down. Okay, that damage isn't too bad. Oh, that fucking hurts. Okay. We will just make you skip a turn. Because this guy's going down to Blight anyway. Keep healing the Crusader.
The slow death.
Good.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Yeah, it is hilarious. The Antiquarian, the person who's supposed to have no combat capability and is only here to get me money, is just like, whatever. This is fine. This is totally fine. Who cares? Okay, we got 18 more points of guaranteed blight in the collector. I'm gonna attempt to stun again. I just shouldn't say my plans. Anytime I say what I want to do, the game's like, okay, let's make him fail. The Antiquarian is care. The Antiquarian is just lighting up fucking hookah incense and does not care. Does not have a care in the world. I'll kill that guy.
As the enemy crumbles.
I think I try to apply even more blight. Yeah. Stops. We're literally winning, you guys. We're literally winning, you bunch of fuck-ups. Okay. And we got a clutch stun, so now the Crusader will be able to take a swing at the Collector as well. Islor, what the fuck? I don't know if Islor's here right now, but what the fuck is Islor doing? Riffle Dupes, thank you for the 50 bits. Antiquarian isn't pressed because she listened and learned when my glorious Black King Piccolo spoke on the importance of dodging. She's also definitely high off those fumes. I mean, fuck, dude. We'll heal you, I guess. Just to give the collector other targets. Okay, now the lifesteal begins. 5's not bad. I'm sorry. Why does the motherfucker get 300% lifesteal? Of fucking course he's resistant. Of fucking course. Once again, my frontline tanks are abominable fuck-ups who can't get anything done.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Thank fucking God. Thank fucking God we stunned this loser. Hey, can you die now? Thank you.
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory and gold.
There we go.
Press this advantage.
There we fucking go.
Give them no quarter.
Okay, we get 4,000 gold. We don't need the torches. We get this. How much do I care about Warrior's Bracer and Protective Padlock? I'm pretty sure I care about them more than Anti-Venom. And I think the uncommon thing's better than the common thing. And I think I care about it more than I care about that. And now I think we have to backtrack. And now I think we gotta camp.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight.
To even have a fucking hope of passing this dungeon. Dog refused to use the de-stress ability. I think we probably have to bail now. Good. Good, you cocksuckers deserve this. Yeah, get up there. Get up there in the front, honestly. Amazing. Truly, truly amazing. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I love a good wipe. I love a good wipe. I mean, we'll try to save the Antiquarian, but there's like relatively little that can be done because we can't leave the combat because it's an ambush. I will definitely... No, we do not keep loot if we wipe.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Immense failure. Immense failures. I'm glad you're all dead. Now we get to bring people on the team who might be worth a goddamn anything. We will have Salty Atlas on the list of people who deserve to be resurrected if a chance of resurrection presents itself. Because they did good. They were the only one who was not a abominable fuck up the entire time. But who is...
Wounds to be tended.
I'm going to say...
To be learned.
Ali, Islor, and Starry are put on timeout from being renamed to the team because that performance was so heinously bad.
Sulfur in the air.
So first we're going to see if we get a bounty hunter for Rat PDT. We sure fucking do.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
What the fuck is this Vulf you're all talking about? Oh shit, that's cool. Okay, so we have a Hellion to bring in.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
I will also bring in an Abomination because we need frontliners.
This man is more dangerous than he seems.
Everybody thinks we're dead. We got it. Fluffcopter, thank you for the 2 months in a row at tier 1, my friend. Welcome back to the dog home. Collected indeed. And the real Moth Girl, thank you for the 2nd month in a row with Twitch Prime. Hey, boss. Helios, I will consider it. Let me think. I'm going to bring in King Cow because I know that we have not named them yet. And everybody else who's asking to be named a tank has been named before. So King Cow. And then did we bring in anybody else? We also have the Hellion. Zilla, you are now the Hellion. We have no money, but we do have a plot quest, right? Hamlet. Fuck yeah. What is the A-team for, if not for the level 6 quests? We have a bunch of pretty good equipment. I don't think we can afford... Oh, Helios, thank you for the posture check and the drink water redeem. I have to use the bathroom. So I'm going to go hit a manual ad break to give you all a minute to come up with your genie advice. And then we're just going to rip this fucking boss. And we'll pay out the prediction. All right, let's get it going. Highlight my message. Requiem aeternam dona eis domine et lux perpetua luciat es. I don't know what that means. Genie advice. Remind yourself that when success is clearly in view, it might just be a trick of the light. Okay, so the boss is 2 phases. I remind you, Mald, that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Not possible because I can't be overconfident. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. Okay, so we probably have to get stress. Nugget VOD's genie advice. Nah, you're just fucked, dog. Perfect. We have the prediction up for the A team versus the loser pretender dumbass. Also, Alfwig, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Okay, let's get after it. I feel like it's dark, but I don't want to provision this much, but I feel like I might need to. Zors, please don't give genuine advice. If you are going to give advice about the game because I've never played it before, please give it in the form of a metaphor or riddle. Oh, he has fucking helpers? Come on, that's cringe as fuck. Don't be like that. Good dodge. Tuscan, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Achievement unlocked. I didn't even notice. Oh, fuck! Oh my god, Scamp fucked him up. I feel like these guys are literally just here to try to soften my characters up. So I'm going to try to stun as much as possible. Like, I think they're just here to add stress and damage before I can get to the boss fight. So these are the same. I'll just kill that guy.
A death by inches.
Dog will kill you. Alright, chill. And then you're bleeding to death, so I will reset Duke and Scamp's stress bar.
A blazing star is born.
Alright. I'm glad I brought a shovel. Immediately feeling like I might have needed a lot of shovels.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow.
Okay. Oh, maybe this will be some fucked up thing where it's like I'm stealing from myself since it's in Hamlet. Alright, these guys look a little bit more serious. 41 dodge. Alright, yeah, these guys are a fair bit more serious. Get poisoned on anyway. Rushing my healer. Fair play to you. My healer resists bleed, though. My Vizier doesn't. My Sinister Goon Vizier, however, does not resist bleed. Get fucking bit on. Ellie, what the fuck is happening? You're supposed to be... You're supposed to clutch here.
Continue the onslaught.
Fuck that dog, dude.
Destroy them all.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's a girthy ass Poro. That is a girthy ass Poro right here. How much damage you at? You're not gonna die. Let's just skip you real quick. Yeah, nice turn. Nice turn, Bozo. Bite him up. Bite him up. Moderators, stun that man.
Slowly,
Cooked.
gently. This is how a life is
Skipped.
taken.
Most people are healthy enough, but you're marked, so you're getting healed all the way. Oh, God damn it. I should have lightning bolted him. I didn't count his health. He will now die to literally anything. We gotta get this raider dead. Alright, that's enough. We got him. Shep, the bandit does look cool, but I don't want to compliment my ops right now.
Unforeseen,
Is there...
forgiving.
Okay. Free torch up. Free torch up before we get out of this fight. I don't know, bite him, dude.
Confidence
God damn.
as the enemy crumbles.
Okay.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely...
Oh, no. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that one bit. Alright, take a bite out of crime, please. Thank you.
and power.
Genie advice. Nah, you are fucked, dog. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Another one.
I'm fine. So MLP, when the lads are in gray like that, what it means is they are stealthed, and I have to use a move that reveals them from stealth, or I have to hit them with an AoE ability. I don't think we're actually that low, so like... God damn it. That's my fault for not... That's my fault for not using the Vestal as a heal bot. Yeah, and they do the round... Their stealth is limited to a number of rounds, so eventually he'll just pop out.
Maintain the offensive.
Like, after this round, I think he's not stealthed anymore. Oh, he's... Alright. What's up, bro? Goodbye.
Annihilated.
Oh, use a torch to gain a torch.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
This is another serious team. Slight Coyote, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. Genie advice, don't sleep on the ops. Yeah, I am pretty immediately concerned that we're just gonna... This team is very strong. Historically, the way this game has progressed is every time you get to a new level of gameplay, the game goes, hey, all of your strong guys, what if they didn't fucking matter if you did not understand the, like, A plus B equals you win mechanic of this boss? So because this is level 6 and this is my only A-team, there is definitely some worry that the A-team's going to be in danger, not even by something that's difficult to beat, but literally just by something that you can only know how to beat after one team gets killed by it. That was kind of what happened with the Swine Prince. We sent a team in, and the mechanic was actually, like, beating the Swine Prince and beating the Swine King, fucking child's play. after you have fought them once. So I am not presently excited by the idea of having to lose this A-team because I just get fucking shit checked by whatever Brigand Vulf specific mechanic is. That's not great. Also, Moose getting stressed out is actually like pretty fucking cringe. Nothing bad is happening to him yet and he's still tweaking about it. Can I use your... I want to just use my turn to take Laudanum, because I feel like this is the debuff Laudanum would deal with. So everybody's dead but the big guy. Oh, the big guy's dead too. Is there anything I can... No. So I'll just bite you to do it. Ripple, thank you for the 50 bits. The most powerful weapon you wield as the player is knowledge and understanding of the opponent's abilities. Right, and right now we have no knowledge, and we just have... I'm so fucking smart, dog. Holy shit. I'm gonna de-stress myself a little.
In Radiance, may we find
Fuck you. Let's cure bleed. There's actually a lot of fucking bleed to have on. I think we can survive this amount of bleed. Let's have you shove bagels into your injuries. Gold is pretty cool. We'll leave all that for now. What's this? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good thing. Maybe the Jade doesn't matter, and probably... We probably got to equip that right now. We're just gonna... Okay. Where my Vizier at? My Vizier is now going to pop out and show the ops.
Promise of safety.
Ah, fuck, yeah.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
I hate to see an A-teamer go out like this, but honestly, if you're a failure, I'd rather know. I'd rather know that you're a failure than keep you in the team thinking that you're a winner. Let's skip this guy's turn. Fight everybody. Okay, so the Fusilier's done. Let's just heal up.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Boss, what if I already know I'm a failure? Then that's okay. Then you can just tell me and we'll just do aftercare. Let's kill you, big guy. Nice crit. What if you also died? Yes, Will, it's called a reference. BDN, we do have an antiquarian alive. Ripple Dupes is still alive. Only one antiquarian died. I'm gonna keep all this shit. Okay. What's he got? Speed of 4 and he gets to go first? Very cool. Herm. I wonder what this could mean. Oh my god. Whatever Whatever could that fucking icon mean? Well, if we're gonna gain information, let's gain information and learn for myself. I'm gonna pointedly not look at chat because I don't care how hard you all try. You're going to spoil this for me. Riposte. Interesting. I'm going to see if guard works against whatever the bombs are. Get them. Is this marking? Ah, okay, this is the summoning of the thing. He has pretty good blight resist, which sucks pretty hard, but DMC is pretty good at blighting. Never mind, not that good. So he's gonna guard a guy. That seems like whatever. I feel like I want him... I feel like I'm cool with him being in the back. Not if Crazy Moose just fucking misses. How much does this do? Not immediately lethal. Guard works! That's good to know. Okay, riposte works on AoE effects as well. Like, really, I'm gonna play this as well as I can. As well as I can play it probably doesn't matter because I'm just getting shit checked by the game. I think I don't want to riposte here because if I riposte here, this guy gets blown up and then the bomb kills him. I think I take out the extra players. Or not, because all of a sudden my frontliners decide they're bad. I think... Yeah, see, that's the type of turn that made me feel like healing him. I should have just, like, either healed the entire team or put a bomb on somebody else. Oh, that's so lame. That this is a, like, D&D healing situation where the only life point that matters is the last one. I wish it was more interesting than that, but I feel like it does have to be... We're on yo-yo healing duty. And we try to keep everybody off of 0. There goes Duke and Scamp, because he's a fucking failure. Yeah, we just auto-lose. And now... I mean, I guess that Nanbo's a bomb, which isn't bad. Tuscan Fury, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Achievement unlocked. Hell yeah. I don't think we needed more back row targeting. I think our back row targeting is fine. They just have a lot of... They just have good blight resist, and most of our back row targeting is blight. I think a Hellion... So for the future, if we ever have to fight... Hey, that's my fucking Vizier. Even though you're probably gonna die, that's my fucking Vizier, dog. Snaps for DMC. So if we ever fight against Vulf in the future, a Hellion would be pretty good, just for the Iron Swan ability. To try to just, like, one-tap the bomb barrel. But then after that, I don't think I need... Or I don't feel like I need any more backline access than that. Like, this was really just... Duke and Scamp got caught supremely lacking, and honestly we got fucking shovel checked. Like, this guy being masochistic has been a big problem for us. The rest of the team's stress levels, well, DMC had to virtue actually, so the team stress levels were a problem because I did not know we had to have shovels all the fucking time. And then the rest of it was just, hey, turns out you can get quite unlucky in this game. Like, Duke dying was, I think, just the game saying, fuck you. I don't think we could have... Not even stream talk. I don't think I could have played it any differently and had Duke live, other than just like, oh, maybe he doesn't get... Maybe he gets hit for a normal amount of damage instead of 50 billion. Oh, I can't fucking hit the... He has 100% stun resist too. I do not want to waste a fucking turn moving. I think I have to swap. Yeah, and then just heal the whole... See, and again, like, this is where the shovel check is fucking us, because this guy has refused to get healed the entire time. So Moose is just gonna die to death blow because he's a fucking failure as a person. And I think that is like the 5th crit we've taken this combat. This just feels like a game's bad situation. Which is... This is part of what we have the... Yeah, chill. This is part of what we have the CEO approach in the game for anyway, is because sometimes the game just goes like, okay, flip a coin, you lose now. And that's what's happened here. So honestly, what I'm most upset about is we have to waste like 4 weeks just doing antiquarian runs. Like, we didn't lose to something we could prepare that much better for. It was just like, oh, I rolled a d20 and I got a 16, so now your progress is reset by 3 weeks. Excellent. Very, because he's not even that powerful. Like, he's almost dead. And yeah, hey, they're clutching death blows because they're just chill like that. But this dumbass is almost dead. And is honestly not very imposing if I don't have one guy be like, actually don't heal me, and I don't have another guy get crit to 0 on a moment's notice. We are assuredly not retreating. We are... I am meeting the game's bullshit where it's at, and we are either defeating it or the A team is going out on their shields. Because, like, if you look at Poro and Moose, they have hit like 4 fucking death blow resists. Poro just dodged all of the business that was meant to kill her. Like, look at that shit. All we lost was a dog? Who cares, bro? Fuck this guy. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's that fucking easy. Give me all my shit back, by the way. Give me all my shit back, by the way. Thank you. Everybody eat some goddamn biscuits. Eat some goddamn biscuits. We're throwing out the bandages. We don't need them where we're going. We're going to fucking Disneyland. Hey, dog treats? Who's that for? Nobody now. Easy shit, baby. Girthy Poro, thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. Slight Coyote, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Achievement unlocked, let's go. And Islor, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. We're lying to ourselves. We credit anybody but DMC here. False. False. Let's have an accurate... Hold on, let me get the CEO jacket on. I'm wearing a tank top, but we'll still put the CEO jacket on. So let's actually break down what happened here, right? Duke died. Duke died tanking a crit that was meant for Poro. So Duke died saving our healer. That sucks. Duke had clutched out every single fight before this. Duke and Scamp dealt a ridiculous amount of fucking damage and made it extremely possible for us to go into this final battle with full health. That is meaningfully helpful. Moose kind of shit the bed. Moose got really stressed out over fucking nothing. However, Moose was still hitting crazy fucking hard. Respect on Duke's name. Even though he's dead, we spit on his grave, but you will speak nicely of him. DMC was the one who was applying most of the damage in the end, and they deserve credit for that. We are not going to fail to recognize their game. The reason DMC was able to do damage is because Poro and Moose refused to die. I wasn't running the tape back because I was deeply sad to lose my A-team. But if we run the tape back, I think we will see at minimum 3 Death's Door clutches from Poro and Moose individually. There would have been more, but Poro also dodged multiple lethal attacks while they were on Death's Door. And if any of that changes and they start going down, then DMC is not allowed to apply damage. So like DMC was the one who got to apply the largest number. Like DMC was the DPS and their clutch is fuck for that. But we had clutch tank, clutch heals, clutch DPS, and one other clutch DPS who got fucked by the RNG of this game. And so we spit on his grave because he died and is therefore a failure. But we will immortalize his name in song because we have still defeated the boss. This is also fucking crazy for a bounty hunter. Hell yeah. Dope. Now, we do have to get everybody into therapy, because everybody has lost their goddamn minds. So we do have to put them into therapy. But yeah, fuck Vulf. Is he on this list? No, he's secret. He's not even on the list. Yeah, give me my fucking town back, dude. Fuck you. Riffle Dupes, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. Pour one out for Duke and Scamp. Just make sure it's bottom shelf. We have to spend all of our winnings on therapy, I guess. Poro, get your freak on. Let's look at this prediction. 2/3 of you actually bet on the A-team. That's a crazy amount of faith. I thought only a third bet on Vulf. I thought it was going to be like 90% thought we were going to die. A-team wins with an asterisk. A-team wins with asterisks. Oh, Riffle, shit, I'm sorry. Thank you for the 500-bit cheer. Well done on your first max level mission, going altogether decently well for a blind boss fight with unfortunate crit rolls. Yeah. First of all, thank you for that generous contribution to the dog pile. I do think that was the almost best it could have gone. Because even if we hadn't gotten crit, that ended up being a fight that team was well equipped to deal with. Like, Jesus God, if we had done that on a team that had no backline access, we would have been fucking cooked. Or if we did that on a team that did not have a bunch of healing, like if I could not have been group healing with Poro the whole time, instantly fucking cooked. So I think we got lucky on the team comp stage, and then we got unlucky on some of the crit rolls. So it averages out to being like pretty good situation for us. KHM Rican, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Grats on killing V-Wolf. Here's my last $1. Thank you so much, KHM. Moth Girl, I'll praise the Vestal when they put up. Poro put up, alright? Poro's got 10 dodge and dodged all that shit. Yeah, the first bomb on Duke hit the motherfucker for 68. And then he, like, got caught almost immediately after that and died. From here, because it is 3:30, I think on this successful quest, that is where we will end for the day. And we will save recruitments for the next Darkest Dungeon stream, which is either going to be on the back end of the precon review tomorrow or on the back end of the roast stream that is happening Wednesday. So I hope to see you all there. Xanath, you're on my mind. Oh, right. Hold on. No, we have custom cards to do. We have multiple custom cards to do. So we're going to do all those. And that'll be our send-off. Like every Darkest Dungeon stream, we will begin and end by looking at other people's fucked up magic cards. From Whitebread, we have Death's Favor. A 4-mana black instant. Choose 2 target creatures. Each of them gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Those creatures' controllers sacrifice them at the end of their next turn. I kind of like that. Because you can either give... You can give your combo creatures or important beaters indestructible and hexproof and get like one more turn out of them. Or you can force the sack of somebody else's good stuff. Yeah. I actually like that, yeah. Siwa, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Also, Frog and the Scorpion being the art choice for this is real as fuck. Alright, next we have Eris. Nothing There. 5-mana black, 4/4 horror with Menace and Ward 2. Must be blocked if able. Whenever Nothing There becomes blocked, defending player exiles a blocking creature. If they do, put a +1/+1 counter on Nothing There, and you may have it become a copy of the exiled creature, except it has this ability. That feels too good. That feels way too good. So it's a creature that in combat you deterministically remove a creature, you get around hexproof, you get around indestructible. It would lose the Menace and Ward and Lure after the first time, though. It says may, which you would just never do. You would just never have it become a copy of the exiled creature. Ever. You would just keep swinging this and be like, oh, did you have 2 creatures? You don't, actually. Go fuck yourself. We can talk about the templating of the Menace and must be blocked if able type thing. Yeah, like either you never transform it or you steal a crazy useful creature. I think you'd have to get rid of the lure if you wanted this to be even halfway reasonable. As soon as you go like, you have to block this and you have to give up one of your blockers every time. Oh, that's crazy dipshit. The thing I don't like about it is incredibly oppressive against everybody but the token player, and then the token player doesn't care. which is a choo-choo. Here's the thing. You never, it's a May trigger. You never have it become a different creature. This is like the 8th person who's been like, it's not, who like can't, who are blind to the word May and see this card and are like, oh, you only get it once and then you get it forever. If you make it a must trigger, the card's just unplayable. If you make it a must trigger, somebody chump blocks with 2 shitty creatures, they pick the shittiest of the shitty creature, and then nothing there becomes the worst creature ever. Yeah, I think you could do... I like what H-Squid is working with. If nothing there, I think you get rid of must be blocked if able. And I think you do, whenever nothing there becomes blocked, you may exile one of the blocking creatures. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it becomes a copy of the exiled creature. So you have more agency... You have more agency over the control, but you have to transform if you take the deal. Because otherwise, this is just like, I turn my brain off, I swing this every combat, and do mono black creature control for the 2000th time. And finally, from Zoria, we have Blessing of Virtue. 2 mana flash exalted, enchant creature. When this aura enters, enchanted creature gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Sacrifice this aura. Enchanted creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Fuck yeah. I think on theme, I do like that. Dope as fuck. I have no idea if protection twice for 2 mana is fair. Counterpoint. I like it when I get Virtue. And I think getting it once on ETB and being able to sack it again is more interesting than just a passive, like, if we did a 3 mana, this thing just has, or like 4 mana, this thing just has indestructible and hexproof. I like being able to double dip. And it has flash. Yeah, no notes. No notes, good shit. Don't play it against me, I'll freak out. Okay, with that, Exalted is a magic keyword like Coyote. It means if a creature attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. With that, we will find somebody to raid, end the stream. Tomorrow, noon Pacific, we are doing the pre-con review for all the Final Fantasy decks. We will also be talking Final Fantasy spoilers in general, and we will be ranking the 4 precons based on a rating system I come up with in the next 6 hours. I hope to see you all there. Thank you all for coming today. We're going to raid Beard Princess. Hit them with Vulf ain't shit. Or whoever. What's the name of this loser that we killed? Hold on. Is it Vulf or Vulf? It's Vulf. Alright. So hit them with Vulf ain't shit. And we're going to raid out for the day. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for the generosity with your subs, your bits, and really just your time. I appreciate every last one of you. I will see you tomorrow at noon Pacific. And as always, please remember to stay toxic. YouTube, that's just